Hi everyone, delonewolf here. Welcome back to some EVE Online and welcome back also to sisi, the test server for EVE Online, where I want to take a look at the new agency window. So I'm still a little bit under the weather, but I want to try to give you guys your 2 weekly EVE Online videos plus EVE Talk. So here we go. Let's take a look at that revamped agency window. Now this is still work in progress. It is on the test server, so this is still subject to change, but well, we're less than a week from the expansion, so I'm not sure how much more iteration CCP can really do on this window here. So the agency, I still think it is not super popular. I personally hardly use it on TQ. The only thing I really use it for is for escalations. Just take a look at the destination and just start to fly over there. But other than that, I personally don't use the agency. Well, there is one more thing that I use it for as well. It's to keep an eye on the presence of a forward operating base in case I want to go mine, because, well, the rats there can be quite tricky, and so when there is a forward operating base, I usually don't take my expensive Orca out for mining by myself. I might just jump to another system and do some mining over there if that's what I feel like doing. So let's take a look at it. As I've said, not too popular. I personally do think that this is mostly aimed at newer players, and from that perspective I think it has its place in EVE Online. Especially this new revamped window does seem to be chock full of information. So we've got a home page where we can click to the different categories, which you can also click to from the top part. Let's start with the first one. Here are the agents and missions, so you can look for your mission agents. You can start an epic arc if you want to. Current filtering returns nothing, and there are no filters. Okay, kind of weird. I must not really be able to start any. Then we have the agent finder and storyline agents currently unavailable. Might still need to be updated or something like that. But let's take a look at the mission agents. You've got the classical security agents, distribution, mining, R&D, and locator agents. So obviously for ISK, the security agents are quite popular, and you know, this is built in. You can look for some security agents if that's what you want to do. You've got the standing systems that's a little bit explained, which is quite nice. Agent personally, the agent's corporation, and then the corporation's faction. And then you can set your filters. If you, for instance, only want to find level 4 agents, you can set your distances, security and faction. Okay, so only faction, not corporation. That's kind of strange, but alright. The way to find security agents is definitely gonna be in the agency when that comes out. Then we've got distribution agents, probably looks exactly the same. Yeah, exactly. Mining agents. Okay, that's how that works. Then how is this different from the agent finder? Let's take a look at that. Not really, except that you can also select the different agent types. Okay, including career agents. I think that's very useful. I always have to go look for those as well. So that's pretty good that you can pretty easily look for career agents. If you want to go through that again, it's especially good for faction rep actually, to go do the missions for career agents. So if you need that quick injection of rep for a certain faction, just go for their career agents. And any faction still, so can't really decide unless, let's try a security agent for the Amar Empire, and then the corporation tab comes out. So if you want to work on a specific corporation for your loyalty, for your standings, that's how you'll find it. Okay, makes sense. The agency finder is basically back here in the agency window. That seems to be quite okay. And then we'll take a quick look at what it says around R&D agents. All right, nothing too special. Doesn't really explain that this is definitely a unique type of agent that provides you with that R&D stuff, which I mean, it's been a super long time since I've gone to pick mine up, so I should definitely take a look at that. But potentially there's some passive income there as well. Not too much information on that. Okay, let's move to the encounters then. So we've got incursions, and then you can find the ones that are active this way. pretty clear cut, I think. You can also always right click to set the destination if you want to take part in those. 24 to 36 jumps out, so definitely quite far away. Again, you can look for some that are available in high sec, or specifically in null, or any that are available. I do think for finding content, this is quite interesting. And then we've got faction warfare. What does that look like? Basically an information panel, I would say. Take me to faction warfare systems, faction warfare agents as well. I didn't even know that those existed, to be honest. All right. And listing. So here, this does give you information on how to join faction warfare. System capture mechanics. Open the faction warfare window. Alright, and then you can enlist, so it does work, and I think again for newer players that want to figure out what all of this is about, this might actually be of interest. Then we get the pirate strongholds. Again, as I've said, I do use the agency right now just to keep an eye on it. We can see that 2 jumps away in Castle Mon. We have an active FOB. Well, I would not be mining in a super expensive and paper-thin mining ship in that system, because if the rats come, they will scram you. You won't be able to warp out, and if you don't have the tank to withhold them and the DPS to clear them, you'll be in a lot of trouble. And then, of course, you can try to set up a fleet and go try to take out those forward operating bases. Something that I've been thinking about doing, but I basically want that fleet up part of the agency, and I'm still not seeing it here. And then finally we also have Abyssal Dead Space with again more information rather than go-tos, but pretty nice, right? Dark, bonus to maximum fill. All right, all the bonuses here. Basically what I'm seeing is lots and lots of information, which I would normally just quickly type in Google, will now be found in the agency itself. I'm not sure if that's such a bad thing, especially for newer players. Now let's move to exploration. Something that might be a little bit more controversial are the cosmic signatures. So let's maybe start with that, because it will show you the available signatures within filters. So you can, for instance, even go any distance, and then it shows 30 results. Starts with the current system and goes down 1 jump, 2 jumps, 2 jumps, 3 jumps away, etc. That is a lot of information to give just like that, especially I think with low sec, null sec, this might be, well, a great boon for active explorers, but also for hunters of explorers. So I think that this is basically a little bit controversial. Now I did a test and everything despawned already. That's a little bit unfortunate. So if we go to Messibier, you can click on the system. It says unknown signature. I was a little bit worried that if I would go to Messibier, scan down the signature and for instance find a gas site, combat site or whatever, that it would update here as well. It does not, at least when I was testing that. So I'd say that that's good news, because otherwise you would no longer need to explore around to explore, to do exploration in EVE Online. That would not make sense if I could, for instance, set everything to 5 jumps. Do a first run, scan everything that's available, and then rather than continuing to explore, I would keep an eye on the agency window until something new pops up here. That would probably not be the way to go for exploration, but this does not update with your probe scanner, so looks like that's actually okay. Now we've got the combat anomalies, of course, that's quite classical. To see those available. I'm not sure if that works in the current agency as well. I think so, actually. You do get some information on those, but that's not too big a deal. Then we've got escalations, which, well, only when you have them. You can press on the information here. Special events that have a chance to trigger while inside an existing combat site, so they'll be found here. And then we get project discovery if you want to do that. Resource harvesting. I like these information panels, right? It really does give you an idea of what's available with regular asteroid belts or anomalies, the ice belts, and then PI is added in here as well. Tutorials, if you want to get back to the basics or find the career agents, that works as well. And then finally, of course, we have the Triglavian invasions. Still nothing really about that available on sisi. Current filtering returns no results. But let's take a quick look at that description. A hostile invasion of K-Space race is underway by the Triglavian Collective. Concord urges all capsulars to mobilize and push back the invaders, to investigate the invaded systems, examine the abyssal rifts, and engage roaming squadrons in order to gather more intel on their movements. Alright. Technology and rare materials. Invading fleets should be considered highly dangerous and collaborative, and are appearing in selected systems with strange environmental effects. These intensify in systems closer to the origin point of the invasion, so that's going to be this massive structure or ship right there. Now is the time for all capsulars to defend New Eden and stop the Triglavians from gaining a foothold. Why? I thought they were the 5th race. Is there any way to help them? It really doesn't look like that's gonna be the case, but they do get their own page away from the incursions, so I'm not sure what to expect from these Triglavian invasions, and we'll definitely try to take a look at them as soon as they are available. But that's going to be part of the expansion, and this agency window, well, I think it will have its use for newer players. It's definitely chock full of information, but how much will I personally use it? Not really that much in that current iteration that I'm seeing right here. What I would love to, and CCP has talked a lot about that, actually wanting that as well, is a sort of a fleet up part of the agency as well. If, for instance, me being mostly a solo player would all of a sudden want to join in incursions, if I would be able to, well, we can join the incursion chat here. So there's maybe this first part. Triglavian chat will probably be here as well. Now we've got Cosmic Signature chat. Well, not really sure how much cooperation will be wanted in that activity specifically, but perhaps this is a first step towards getting people to work together. Mission agents, does it give us anything about a chat there? No, so only some of them. Yeah, I would love to see like a fleet up where you can then find listed fleets close to you, then just press join if you want to, and you know, tackle group content that way without needing to be in a corporation or in a massive alliance or something like that. And I think CCP wanted to go in that direction, but it doesn't seem to be part of the current iteration of the agency. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video then. As I've said, still subject to change, but let me know in the comments what you think about the agency window, about this revamp, and if you personally use it as well. What kind of uses have you found for the agency? I would love to know more about that as well. For now, I'm gonna go back to sleep, to rest and recover from my cold. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.